So good morning everyone. Today we will learn about coding ninjas problem next creator element. So what is the basic idea? In this we have to just find the next creator element of every element in the array. So for example, this is the array. In this we have to find the next creator element of 1. So the next creator element of 1 is 5. For 5 there is no next creator element in the array. So thus we will put -1. Uh, for 3 the next creator element is 4. For 4, there is no next greater element as the 2 is lesser than 4. So it will be -1 and -1. We'll see this example. For 10, the next greater element is 12. For 12, then there is no greater element than 12 in the entire array after the element 12, and thus we will put here -1. For 9, also there is no next greater element 12, so we will take -1. For 4, the next greater element is 6. For 6, the next irritated element is 8. As 2 is less than 8, so we'll take 8. For 2, the next irritated element is 8. And for it, there is no other element. So first is the brute force method. How you will solve using brute force? We'll take 2 for loops. So for each element, like 1, the entire array will be traversed from second next element, and we'll check which is the greater element. Okay, so the brute force will take off in square time as will require 2 for loops for the traversing and finding the solution. So other than brute force, the optimal solution is we will see about the optimal search. So the optimal solution includes a stack and an answer array. Okay, so this is the answer array and this is the stack. So for the every array, we have to start from the end. We have to start traversing from the end, and if first we have to check if stack is empty. So if the stack is empty, then we will push. If stack is empty, we will push -1 in the answer array, and then we will push this element, the current element, into the stack. Bas. And then we have to decrement the I variable. So for the second element, we have to check all the elements which are lesser than 2 in the stack. So in this, there is no element lesser than 2 in the array. So we will take a temp variable. In the temp variable, we will store the top of the stack. And then after storing the top of the stack, we will push this into the top of the stack. And then we will push this into the array. Then we will decrement the I. Now the current element is 6. For 6, we will first check what is the which is the lesser element than 6. So in our stack, there is 2 which is lesser than 6. So we will pop all the elements until an element greater than 6 appears. So this is we will pop it from the array. Now the top of the stack is here. So 8 is greater than 6. So what we'll do in the temp variable, we will store 8 and we will push it into the answer vector. And then we will push the current element into the stack. Then I will decrement. For 4 again, for 4 check all the elements which are less than the 4 in the stack. As there is no element less than stack, we will take the top of the stack in the temp variable and push it into the array answer vector or array. and then we will push this, means this into the stack. Then I will decrement. So again, for the current variable, which is 9, we will check all the elements which are lesser than the element in the stack. So in this, 4 is less than array, then we will pop. 6 is less than the element, then we will pop. 8 is less than the element 9, then we will pop. Now, the top of the array is at -1. So we will push -1 in this array, and then we will push this up this current element into the stack. Now, the next element is 12. So for 12, we will check all the elements which are lesser than 12 in the stack. So as the top of the stack is 9, this is less than the 12. Then we will pop this, and now the top has been on -1. So now we'll push it into the stack and then push this into the stack. Now the array is decremented, the array in I is decremented. So the current element is 10. So for 10, you have to check all the elements which are lesser than 12 in the array. So lesser than 10 in the array. So the there is no element less than 10. So in the temp variable, we will take the top of the array, which is 12. This 12 will be added, will be pushed back into the vector. And then we will push this array or this element into the stack. So as all of this, I will be decremented and it will be the end of the array. So now, if you look carefully at this, if we reverse this, we reverse this. This is 12 -1 -1, 6, 8, 8, and -1. So if you look carefully, this the answer of this and this answer variable answer vector is same. So thus we can say that our uh, brute force, our optimal force is correct. And now we'll search for, we'll see the code for. So we'll take a vector to store the answer, and then we will take a stack. So for the stack, we have to first include it, include. This is the header file which includes all the STL libraries. Okay, so we have to start from the end of the array. Okay, so we have started from here. So thus we have to start it from the back. So I is equals to n. Here the n is given n minus 1. That is the last index. I is greater than 0 and I minus minus. So first we will first we will check if the stack is empty. If the stack size is 0, then it is empty. So in that case, what we will do, in answer, we'll push back minus 1. And then in the stack, we will push the ith element. So then we will check all the elements which are less than the uh, current element. So for that, first we have to check if the array is empty. If the array is not empty, if the array is not empty and the top, the top of the stack is less than array of 5, less than or equal to array of 5. Till that time, we have to pop from the array. And if the top of the if the stack is not empty and the top of the stack is greater than the current element. In that case, what we have to do, in a we have taken a temp variable. In this, we have to store the top of the stack. Okay, and then in the answer, we have to push the temporary variable, and from in the stack, we have to push the ith element, which is the current element. So after this, what we have to do after all the iterations, we have to reverse the array and then we will return it, return answer. Now we'll run it. Okay, so all the test cases are passed and now we'll submit it. Yes, it is submitted successfully.